Recording in progress.
There we go. Now, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. How is everyone doing on this beautiful Sabbath day? This is the second Sabbath in this quote-unquote 2026, and today is January 10th, 2026. That's January 10th, 2026. Today is the Sabbath, and this is the Assembly of the Righteous. The Assembly of the Righteous, this is the day that the people of Yah come together, sit and go through the Creator's Word, and they rest on this day from labor and work. The day is the day of rest. The Creator has ordained this for His people, for His chosen, and those that choose to obey Him. So today is December, as we call January 6th, 10th. Man, what's going on in my mind? January 10th, 2026. There we go. And what we always do on the Sabbath, we start off with the prayer. After the prayer, we go through the commandments, which is the laws that the Creator has given for us to follow. Then after that, we share about, well, not about, but we share about about the prophets. When the people asked for Moses to speak, they was actually asking for prophets, and the Creator gave prophets, should I say. Anyone asking for prophets. After they asked Moses to speak with them, the Creator said they have well spoken, therefore He gonna send prophets. It says a prophet, meaning a prophet in his time, but meaning plural prophets. That's the reason why the whole Old Testament is the law and prophets speaking by the mouth of Yah. When it says, thus saith Yah. So, what we're getting ready to do is go through, first we're going to pray, and then we're going to go through the law. Then we're going to speak about the prophets. Then we're going to the last part of Samuel, 2 Samuel. Today is the last of Samuel, 2 Samuel. Then next week we'll be going into the Kings. So right now, blessed be thou, Father of the universe, that bring forth all living creatures forth from the earth. Blessed be thou, Father of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Blessed be the Father of Israel. Blessed be the Father of 12 tribes of Israel. Thank you, Father, for all you've done, been doing, and plan to do. We ask you to keep giving us wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, life, health, and strength, food, shelter, and clothing. Let us be happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, and prosperous in all that we do. We ask you to keep leading and guiding us so we can help lead and guide others in your knowledge, your word, your ruach, and your way. We ask you to keep your arm protection around us, keep us in every way, help us in every way, and allow us to grow from this depths of sin into your glorious light, and allow us to be your rulers and your workers to making this satanic system the kingdom of heaven, which is transferring from one point to the other. We bless you, praise you, and thank you. We ask you to help us in every way, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, financial, or spiritual. In all these things we pray. Hallelujah. 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 Thank you, Father. Praise you, Almighty. Thank you, Father. And that's a sweet tooth right there. That pain. So, right now we're in Exodus chapter 20. This is the commandments. This is what the Creator spoke to the children of Israel in the wilderness. So we're in Exodus chapter 20, and we're going to start at verse 1, and these are the commandments of Yah. Exodus chapter 20, the 10 commandments. Oh, and I also like to thank my sister Beverly and my brother Kaz out of the UK. They're here with us on Zoom. They're here with us today. I'd like to thank them for being here with us. The first one's here with us on Zoom. And I'd like to thank them, like I said, thank them for being here with us on the Assembly of the Righteous. And Jonathan Indy Scott. Hi, how you doing? I'm glad you're here with us on YouTube Live. You're the only one that I see on here. DJ Green 18,
Like to say, I would like to him. I would like to subscribe.
All right.
Noah Briggs, I sub to you too.
Thank you. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you. I love you. Thanks for coming through. Thanks for being here. And please subscribe and stay connected because we come with knowledge, information, truth, and things that people don't know about. So we bring it to the table and we're allowing people to understand things on a different level. So I try to share information where people can see things in a whole different level. And at the end, what I do is at the end of each one, I give my name, number, and my email. And if you text me your name and your name, number, and your email, and if you want to come to the sovereign classes that we do called Introduction to Sovereign Class of Knowledge, I will put you in my calendar, and it will come to your email. And then if you agree to the dates, and then that will have my Zoom there, and that way I can put you in there. And then that way, all my dates will come up in your calendar. So yeah, please subscribe, connect with me, and let's build. And then you'll have my number. You're always welcome to call me as well. So I'm wide open. You can always call. We can sit, talk, chat, or what have you. And we can build from there. So other than that, I thank y'all for coming, and I thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you, and I love you really. So right now we're in Exodus chapter 20, verse 1. And this is the Ten Commandments. It states, and Yah spake all these words, saying, Yah spake all these words, saying, I am Yah thy father, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. And just to let everyone know, in case you don't know, the reason I use the word Yah is because in Psalm 68 and 4, it says, praise him by his name. It says Jah, J-A-H, but really the J is a Y because there's not a J in the Hebrew alphabet. So the J is actually a Y. So I just wanted to explain that so you'll know. But as we go. First commandment, verse 3, thou shalt have no other deities, gods, before me. Second commandment, thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I thy father am a jealous father, visiting the iniquities of the fathers upon the children. I like to say the iniquities upon the parents, upon the children, because today we don't have both parents in the household. We only have one parent. So says the visiting the iniquities of the parents, which it says the fathers, upon the children, unto the third, which is the Greek, and the fourth, which is the Roman generation of them that hate me. And showing mercy unto thousands of them, which is grace, mercy is grace, and showing grace, which is mercy, unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. Third commandment, thou shalt not take the name, which is the law, of Yah thy father in vain, for Yah will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name, which is his law, in vain. And the reason why I say the law is his name is because if you have a child, your children is supposed to represent you. If your children represent you, they're representing your name. When we keep the commandments and laws, we're representing the Creator, becoming children of the Most High. No one knows the Creator's true name because YHWH we can't pronounce. But if that's the name that he gave for us to be, if that's the name or symbols that we're supposed to be to recognize him, we can't pronounce that. So the best way to pronounce his name is by keeping the things that represents the Creator. That's the reason why I say the law is the Creator's name, if you understand what I'm saying. Because the Creator is not a man. The Creator is energy, and everything is universal consciousness, should I say. So, fourth commandment. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it hallowed, which is set aside. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of Yah thy father. In it thou shalt not do any work. Thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. That means this day is what we should be doing this.
For in 6 days Yah made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore Yah blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. Honor thy father and thy mother, which is the fifth commandment. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which Yah thy father giveth thee. And this not only means our fathers and our mother, it also means the elders in the land, the elders. Sixth commandment, thou shalt not murder. Even though it says thou shalt not kill, it's really thou shalt not murder, because you don't supposed to take a life without a cause. Sometimes we take, when you do a sacrifice, you taking that's by cause of taking a life. That's when you do a sacrifice. You sacrifice for to eat, or take that living animal. You're sacrificing that living animal. So that's what a sacrifice is, for a purpose. But when you murder someone, you're killing without a cause. All right. 14. Thou shalt not commit adultery, which is any man that has a woman. Another man should not lay down with another man's woman, and a woman should not lay, whether she's one woman with a man or many women with that one man. She's not supposed to lay down with another man. That's adultery, idolatry, and fornication. 15, or should I say, the seventh commandment. Thou shalt not steal. Nope. That's eighth commandment. Thou shalt not steal, which is taking another person's belonging. Ninth commandment, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. And I tell you all the time, prosecutors, attorneys, and lawyers do this all the time because they wasn't there. Anytime you read the scripture, the Father tell you, let the first person that was there to be the witness throw the first stone or say the first piece, because they are a witness, because they saw the incident. That's why lawyers, prosecutors, and attorneys are breaking this ninth commandment. 10th commandment, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house, which is want. Thou shalt not want thy neighbor's wife, which is covet thy neighbor and want thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's. Now we're going into the point of the prophets. The reason why we have prophets and the understanding, which is the key. Which is the understanding why we have prophets. This is a lot of people fail to realize this because they don't study the scriptures. But this is why. Starting at verse 18, Exodus 20 and 18 states, and all the people saw the thunderings and the lightnings and the noise of the trumpet and the mountain smoking. And when the people saw it, they removed and stood afar off. Why? Verse 19, and they said, Exodus 20 and 19, and they said unto Moses, speak thou with us, and we will hear, but let not God speak with us, lest we die. And y'all know how it is, thunder and lightning outside. So if it's thunder and lightning outside and you in the house, imagine being in the open field like that. And this is where we get a lot of this information from, with understanding. Verse 20, and Moses said unto the people, fear not, for Yah is come to prove you, prove all things, prove you, that his fear may be before your faces, that you sin not. And the people stood afar off, and Moses drew near into the thick darkness where Yah was. All right. Now, that's when the Creator gave him the 10 commandments on stone. Now, here, a promised prophet. Now, this right here is Deuteronomy 18, starting at verse 15. This is the reason why. This is the conclusion of Exodus chapter 20, starting at verse 18. This is the conclusion to that. And it states right here, verse 15, a promised prophet. Deuteronomy 18, verse 15 states, a promised prophet. It says, Yah thy father will raise up unto thee, a prophet from the midst of thee. If thy brethren of thy brethren like unto me, which is Moses, unto him ye shall hearken. According to all that thou desirest of Yah thy father in Horeb, in the day of the assembly, saying, Let me not hear again the voice of Yah my Father, neither let me see this great fire anymore, that I die not. This is what they said in Exodus 20, verse 19. And all this is the conclusion of what was already said. Verse 17. And Yah and the Creator said unto me, they have well spoken that which they have spoken. 18. I will raise them up a prophet. And this is your key right here. The Creator said he's going to raise them up a prophet from among their brethren. He didn't mean just one prophet. He means whenever he raised a prophet, he's going to bring them in. And when he bring them, he's going to speak in his name. And as we go. 18 again. Deuteronomy 18:18. I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren, like unto thee, which is Moses, and will put my words in his mouth, and he shall speak unto them all that I shall command him. 19. And it shall come to pass that whosoever will not hearken unto my words, the Creator's words, which he shall speak in my name, which is in his name, I will require it of him. Creator said he's going to require it of you if you don't listen to the words of the prophet that speak in the Creator's name. Verse 20. But the prophet which shall presume to speak a word in my name, which I have not commanded him to speak, or that shall speak in the name of other deities, other gods, even that prophet shall die. 21. And if thou say in thine heart, how shall we know the words which Yah have not spoken? When a prophet speaketh in the name of Yah, and that's your key, when the prophet speak in the name of the Creator, if the thing follow not, nor come to pass, that is the thing which Yah has not spoken, but the prophet has spoken it presumptuously, thou shalt not be afraid of him. So this goes to show you that it wasn't just one prophet that was supposed to come. It was many prophets that the Creator rose in their time, in the time for them to come to speak as the Creator gave them to speak. Now, where are we at? We're in 2 Samuel chapter 24, and this is the last chapter. But what I'm going to do, what I plan to do, I'm going to give you two chapters. That part one, I'm going to give you the last chapter of David, and then in part two, I'm going to give you 1 Chronicles 21, which speaks of the same thing, but of two different entities giving it to you. So this is, I'm going to give you that for a purpose. Matter of fact, I'm going to explain it first. But before I do, last week, which was chapter 23, I believe it's 22 and 23, or just 23 we went through. And we know, mainly it was talking about the last words of David, and also David's song of deliverance. So this is David praise of deliverance to the Creator in chapter 22, and the last words of David that David actually spoke right here, which mainly is verse 1 through 7. 1 through 7, where I guess these were the last words that David spoke. And y'all can check that out yourself. That's in Daniel chapter, I'm sorry, 2 Samuel chapter 22, the last song, which is the praise he gave to him. And then the last words of David, which was in 23, verse 1 through 7, I guess you could say. But his mighty men is from 8 through 39, from what I'm seeing. From 8 through 39. How many he had altogether? I think he had 30 some mighty men. 37 in all. 37 in all. 37 men that he had. 37 mighty men he had in all. Besides all the ones that he was commanding. Now, I'm going to explain to you the reason why. I'm going to give you First Chronicles, first, 2 Samuel 24, and then let me go into First Chronicles 21. Let me find that real quick. Oh man, I'm right here. One page off. Thank you, Father. Yeah. Now, I want to share something with you. It's something said here that I want everybody to understand. I'm gonna give you First Chronicles first. First Chronicle 24 and 1. I'm gonna read this real quick. Nope, I'm not gonna go through. Hold on. Musicians. Now these are the division of the sons of Aaron, the sons of no. Make sure. Well, I say 21. I'm over here in 24. My bad. It's 21. I'm thinking of 2 Samuel 24. Here we go. Let me get back over here on point. 21. There we go. Right here. It's First Chronicles 21, and it states this. I'm gonna give you this first. It says, and Satan stood up against Israel and provoked David to number Israel. I wanted to give you that for a purpose. Now, I want to give you something for a purpose. And I'm trying to get people to understand what negativity is. When I say negativity, the opposite of positive, or shall I say the opposite of good vibes. The negative vibes ain't nothing but Satan. And as I've been reading, I've been understanding that when you come with something with anything negative is of Satan. And I'm going to show you something. And the reason I'm giving you this information to give you an understanding that anytime you come with something negative, and I understood this by my change spiritually, and I'm gonna share something with you according to what I went through. This is something that I actually went through. I was standing in Atlanta at the time. This brother named Keith Riddle, and I have to give him props on this because he's the one who told me about this. Even though it was the creator who guided me through him, because I give the creator all props with everything that happened. And everything I learned from the creator through someone. That's where we gotta look at things. So I give creator all praises for everything that I've come across and come to learn. But my point in sharing these two scriptures, I'm going to do this in part 2 as well, but I'm doing this in part 1 first. And I want everybody to understand before I even go into 2 Samuel 24, I wanted to hit the first verse of 1 Chronicles 21. So you can understand who and what the creator is. The creator is all things. Anytime people say Satan this, Satan that, they don't even realize Satan is within you. Negative spirit is within you. Whatever spirits you carry and you hold, that's within you. So a lot of times people talking about Satan, they're looking at the mirror. Other than that, it's the system. Anything outside of you is the system. It's the system controlling you with what they've taught you. They've taught you against it. That's the reason why in the second commandment, when it says visiting the iniquities upon the fathers, I like to say the parents, upon the children. Of the third, which is the Greek, and the fourth, which is the Roman generation of them that hate me. The generation of the world powers taught you to hate the creator. They taught you against the creator. They taught you not to understand and do the creator's will, because by them being controlled, they taught everybody to go no different than everybody just start celebrating, quote unquote, January, the beginning of the year. The creator started the beginning of the year in spring. But the Caesars changed it. The Roman Empire changed it from the beginning of spring to the middle of winter. And if you notice Revelation 13, it says, and all the world went a-whoring after the beast. It tells you in Daniel chapter 7, verse 23. The fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom, and the fourth kingdom shall devour the whole earth. This is what I try to get people to understand. Everybody's been in the satanic kingdom for like the last 3,000 years or more. You see what I'm saying? So Everything that's been going on in this point in time, we're coming into the Creator's kingdom, but we're in the kingdom of the Roman Empire. And we started with the Greek, when the Greeks and the Roman took over. This is the reason why the Creator said he hate Esau. Why? Because Esau hate him. This is the Greek and the Roman Empire. So with understanding is what I try to give. Try to let people see things on a different level. And until they're willing to accept it, they'll still be living the same life until they wake up. So I had to give you that explanation and this right here. Before I give you that, let me give you an understanding. Isaiah 45 and 7. I'm just going to go straight to it. Isaiah 45 and 7 it tells you. This gives you the understanding of what the Creator is and what he calls. Creator take responsibility of everything he does. Take responsibility of the evil because he gave you two laws. He gave you the blessings if you keep the law, and he gave you curses if you don't keep the law. So both of them is still the Creator. And here we go. Isaiah 45 and 7 says, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, Yah, do, it says I the Lord, but I, Yah, do all these things. Anything that happened, the Creator is behind it. Nothing happens without the Creator's will. And if somebody does something, the Creator allowed it to happen if it's evil. Or if it's negative, as we want to call it. So Isaiah 7:45 gives you the understanding of, now we're going to go back to 1 Chronicles 21, and it says on first verse, and Satan stood up against Israel and provoked David to number Israel. That's all I want to say at this point. Now I'm going to go through with 2 Samuel 24, the last chapter. All right. Now we're going to explain and we're going to break it down. Then when I start part 2, I'm going to start with verse 1. Then I'm going to give you 1 Chronicles in part 2. All right. So now let's move. Now, 2 Samuel chapter 24. David numbers Israel and Judah. And again, the anger of Yah was kindled against Israel, and he moved David. See that? And again, the anger of Yah, you see over there, it says Satan. That's why I almost just read on through it. Over there in 1 Chronicles 21, it says Satan. But here it says the Creator. But look at the difference. Again, the anger, see, it was on a negative level. And again, the anger of Yah was kindled against Israel. See, the anger is the Satan side. See, the Creator has two sides. He has good and he has evil. People don't realize that. People look at the devil being one thing and the Creator being another. No, the Creator is everything. The Creator is your good. The Creator is evil. It all depends on where you at on his side. You can choose to be on his evil side because it's right there. It's like a book. If a book is open, what side you choose to be on? You choose to be on this side or you choose to be on this side. It's not he brings it to you. It's you going to him by studying what it is that he has for you. So, as we say again, we just read in 1 Chronicles 21 where it says, and Satan stood up and got David to count the children of Israel. But right here it says, and again, the anger. That's your key. People, this stuff people don't realize. And again, the anger of Yah was kindled against Israel, and he moved David against them to say, go number Israel and Judah. See that? See, it was because the anger, so it was something that Israel and Judah was doing that David may not have known about. And this is what I mean by things that's going on that you know nothing about. See, if I'm only one man, I'm right here. I don't know what's going on down the street or across the country or whatever. I don't know what's going on over there. That's why it's up to you to keep the law. That's why it's up to you to do the Creator's will. That's why it's up to you to study to show yourself approved. See, that's why it says, and again, I'm just on this one point, but I'm letting it be known and with understanding. And again, the anger of Yah was kindled against Israel, and he moved David against them to say, go number the children, go number the number Israel and Judah. The Creator did it. But over in First Chronicles 21, it says Satan did it. But that's the other side of the goodness of the Creator. He said he can be a great God. He said he can be a terrible God. But people don't realize this. So every time they say Satan did this, Satan did that, it's still the Creator. But majority of it is you. It's what side of spirit that you on that's within you that's going to allow you to either go on the negative or on the positive. And as I was saying, this brother named Keith Riddle, he actually told me, I don't say can't, ain't, won't, don't, stop, and things like that. He said, instead of saying those words, because those words have energy and power behind it. And I did it, and I felt the difference within a week or two, maybe. I don't know how long it was, but I felt the difference. I started watching what I would say. I would stop saying stop, try, can't, won't, ain't, and stuff like that. And then when they say, well, can you be here? Which come? Instead of me saying, no, I can't do it, I said, well, I'll see. I'll do what I can. Or if somebody asks me something when it comes to can't, stop, ain't, or won't, I'll just say, instead of just saying no, I say, well, I'll see if I can make it. I would make a positive note at it and try to really do it. And if I can't, I'm not going to say not, stop, won't. I would do. And I'm going to tell you, I'm telling y'all from experience, I felt a spiritual difference. And I felt...
emotion.
Say again?
Seconded emotion.
Oh, yeah, that happened with you too?
Oh, yeah. That's what they call it, spell. That's English language. It's nasty.
Uh-huh. Exactly. We talked about that a few days ago. Because the things we speak and say, we don't realize, we don't realize, like Cass just said, the words are spells. We had a conversation about that a few days ago in one of our classes. Words are spells. Just like they say spelling. You cast spells upon yourself by the things you say. And thanks, Cass, for bringing that back out. When you say no, stop, won't, can't, these are spells. And these are different words that put you in a different category. What was the word you just said? You said, look, you just came out with the correct word.
Spell?
Not spell, the one you said before that when we first came in.
No, you said that the English language, that emotion.
Say again? Emotions. Yeah, emotion. It's an emotion. So these are spells and emotions that we carry that we don't even understand or understand. So it depends on how you start to speak and talk and carry your conversation. This reason why words are very important. And it all depends on how you use them. So I'm telling you what I went through. I'm not talking about what I believe. I'm not talking about what I heard. I'm telling you what I went through. And Cass said he went through the same thing. So start watching your words. Start watching your words. And once you start watching your words and understanding your conversation, you can see things on a whole different level. And then, hey, baby, how you doing? This my baby came in on Zoom today. Oh, I'm glad you decided to join us today, baby. My wife, Joanne, just joined us on Zoom. But as I was saying, this will show you a great difference in your conversation, and you will feel a spiritual enlightenment. Guaranteed, because I went through it. And when the things I share with you what I've been through, not what I heard, somebody told me, or if somebody told me, I tried it, and if I tried it, I'm giving you the experience. So when I talk to you, I'm telling you from my experience of what I know. So I just wanted to let everybody know that. So, and just to let everybody know, if y'all got comments, I'm going to share the comments at the end of the conversation. At the end of the reading, I'm always go in and share that so everybody know what has been shared while we're here. So right now, I'm going to go back to here. Yeah, I got a few people that said, hey. So back, I'm going to hit this one more time and then we're going to move on. Just because we're at the beginning of this. And also, I just shared with you Isaiah chapter 45 and 7. The Creator said he does all things. So we have to understand when we read 1 Chronicles chapter 21 and 2 Samuel chapter 24, verse 1 on both of them. In First Chronicles 21, it says Satan moved David to count the number of the children of Israel. Here it says, and again, the anger of Yah was kindled against Israel, and he moved David against them to say, go number the children of Israel and Judah. Excuse me, just got to eat not long ago. So with understanding, the Creator is good, and the Creator can be evil or is evil. It all depends on where you at on his level. So, verse 2. 1 going into 2. 2 Samuel 24, verse 1 and 2 this time. And again, the anger of Yah was kindled against Israel, and he moved David against them to say, go number Israel and Judah. Verse 2. For the king said to Joab, the captain of the host, which was with him, go now through all the tribes of Israel, from Dan even to Beersheba, and number ye the people, that I may know the number of the people. You see that? Let's see how I'm going to write this. I want to make sure. Come on. My good one. I don't see it. Must have failed. Oh, nope. Well, I guess I'll get in a minute. My good. I'll put it in blue for now. I want to put this 1 and 1 in blue. Or in teal, should I say. There we go. Have that there for that. Now, for the king said unto Joab, the captain of the host, which was with him, go now through all the tribes of Israel, from Dan even to Beersheba, and number ye the people, that I may know the number of the people, from Dan to Beersheba. 3. And Joab said unto the king, Now Yah thy father add unto the people. Now Yah thy father add unto the people, how many soever they be, 100-fold, and that the eyes of my Yah, or my Lord, may the king may see it. Let me read that 3 again. And Joab said unto the king, Now Yah thy father add unto the people, how many soever they be, 100-fold, and that the eyes of my Lord the king may see it. But why do my Lord the king delight in this thing? Okay, he's asking a question, which is good. He's asking why you doing this? But why doeth my Lord the king? I always said Joab respected David. Delight in this thing. Verse 4, notwithstanding the king's word prevailed against Joab. You see that? Joab was asking the question, why you want to do this? And against the captains of the host. Notwithstanding the king's word prevailed against Joab and against the captains of the host. And Joab and the captains of the host went out from the presence of the king to number the people of Israel. Right? Verse 5. And they passed over Jordan. Where he said, go through all the tribes of Israel. Unto Joab, the captain of hosts, which was with him, go through all the tribes of Israel, from Dan even to Beersheba, and number ye the people, that I may know the number of them. And Joab said unto the king, and unto the people, how many soever they be, 100-fold, and that the eyes of my Lord the king may see it. But why doeth the king delighteth in this thing? Notwithstanding the king's word prevailed against Joab and against the captains of the host. And Joab, so his mind was set on it, no matter what. And Joab said to the captain, Joab and the captains of the host went out from the presence of the king to number the people of Israel. So it's against it. So I'm going to do this right here. I just want to get this. When the king said. Sorry about that, y'all. Just go ahead and. Okay. Okay. Verse 5. I see you back. I guess you in a different room, huh, bro? Cass?
Yeah.
Okay, good. You know, I like to make sure it's you because we get these other people be coming in. Verse 5. And they passed over Jordan and pitched in Oro, or Ariel, Aurora, Aroer, Aroer, on the right side of the city that lieth in the midst of the river of Gad, and towards Yazir. Verse 6. Then they came to Gilad, to the land of Tatim Hadashi. Hadashi, that's the best way I can say it. And they came to Danjin, and up and about to Zidon. Verse 7. And came to the stronghold of Tyre, and to all the cities of the Hivites, and of the Canaanites. And they went out to the south of Judah, even to Beersheba. Now, you know what? Me thinking about this right here reminds me of the census. When they want you to sign the census, we're not supposed to do that. They trying to get it, and I don't do it nowhere. I think I did it maybe once or twice in my life. And I just didn't do it anymore. So when they had gone through the land, they came to Jerusalem at the end of 9 months. Okay, bam. It was 9 months. At the end of 9 months and 20 days. At the end of 9 months and 20 days. And Joab gave up the sum of the number of the people unto the king. And there were in Israel 800. There were in Israel 800,000 valiant men. Valiant men that drew the sword. 800,000. And the men of Judah were 500,000 men. Now, the punishment. Yah punishes David. See, it was a purpose behind everything that happened, but you got to realize the Creator moved. The Creator was angry against Israel, the nation, the people. The Creator was angry against the people, so he moved David to number them. Right? That's the key. A lot of people think he was mad at David, but he was mad at Israel, so he moved David to number them with the captains and with Joab. Well, Joab and the captain. Verse 10. Yah punishes David. And David's heart smote him after that he had numbered the people. And David's heart smote him after he numbered the people. See, if y'all understand something, Joab asked him, well, why do you do this? Him and the captain, what's going on? Why you want to do this? No matter what, his word prevailed against both of them. That means that what he wanted them to find out. He wanted to know. So it was in the creator put in his mind to do that. You got to understand, what we do is what your heart's desire is. And sometimes the creator can do a certain thing and make you do certain things other than what it is to make a purpose happen. This is our key. But this is the reason why people stay in the word at all times, so we don't fall off. But this was to happen in order to punish them. Because there was something they was doing out there in Israel and in Judah they wasn't supposed to be doing. Because the creator is righteous and he's just. It says in verse 10, and David's heart smote him after he had numbered the people. And David said unto Yah, I have sinned greatly that I have done, in that I have done. See, David is the one who said it. He had to take the responsibility because he's the one who did it. Even though it was the creator who did it, but he did it through David. And David said unto Yah, I have sinned greatly. I have sinned greatly in that I have done. And now I beseech thee, O Yah, take away the iniquity of thy servant. That means he's asking for forgiveness. Take away the iniquity of thy servant, for I have done very foolishly. Right? Verse 11. For when David was up in the morning, the word of Yah. Okay, bam. Here go your conclusion right here. For when David was up in the morning, the word of Yah came unto the prophet Gad, David's seer, saying, okay, this is another prophet named Gad. David's seer saying, this was another seer. Look like David was Gad was David's seer. Verse 11 again. For when David was up in the morning, the word of Yah came unto the prophet Gad, David's seer, saying, go and say unto David, thus saith Yah, I offer thee three things. Okay, it's the creator speaking. Offer thee three things. Choose thee one of them that I may do it unto thee. He's saying you're going to do it to David, but you're going to do it to the people. Because the people is David. Can y'all understand that? That's the reason why he say he's going to raise David up. In the last days, he's going to raise David up because David is the people. They're there to keep the word of David, but the whole point is David is the king in the place of the father. So David is the representative of the father because he's the king on earth representing the father in heaven by keeping the law. No different than Moses was when he kept the law. And anybody that abide by the law through Moses was abiding by it through the creator. No different than all the prophets. When anytime you are a representative, which I like to call an ambassador, when you are a prophet, you are an ambassador of the creator. It's the creator speaking, but it's not the creator because it's you in the place of the creator, whoever you may be. So you may be in the place of the creator, but you're the one who's representing the creator. So no different than all Israel. We all want to be a kingdom of priests. So when we become a kingdom of priests, we will be representing the creator through what? How many times can I tell you the third commandment? Through his word, through his law, which is his name. The law is the creator's name. You are representative of the Creator through his law. The Creator is not speaking to man himself. He's speaking through his representative to speak to man. So David is a representative as well, no different. But David, even though David the king, he had a spiritual connection, which is the prophet that came directly from the Creator and spoke to David. So there's levels to this situation, if you understand what I'm saying. So again, so Gad came to David, verse 13. So Gad came to David and told him and said unto him, okay, here we go. Here we go. We're going to see the three different things. So came to David and so Gad came to David and told him and said unto him, shall 7 years of famine come unto thee in thy land? All right. Seven years of famine come to thee in thy land, or wilt thou flee 3 months before thine enemies? While they pursue thee, or that there be 3 days pestilence in thy land. Now, if you notice, these are 3 of the 4 judgments. I always try to give you understanding. When the Creator speak, you got to go through the law and the word and his prophets to see the truth. These are 3 of the 4 pestilence, of the 4 judgments. 3 of the 4 judgments. The 4 judgments you'll find in Ezekiel chapter 14, verse 12 through 23. The 4 sword judgments is the animals, the wild beasts or the beasts of the field. That's the one that's not in here, but the other 3 is famine. Famine is, when there's no food and nothing like that. All the food dried up, which is the 7 years. Pestilence, which he said 3 days of pestilence. 3 days of pestilence. That's not a famine, but that's a plague, like the coronavirus that plagued the earth, which was after the 400 years. That was the coronavirus. That was the judgment upon earth. 2020, just to reframe your memory. And the third one is famine. 3 months. The sword. The sword is the 4th one. But the third one here that I was just sharing out of the four sword judgment, the 3 is the sword. 7. It says 7 years of famine. That's 1. That means no crops, no food, and stuff like that. I don't think nobody would have picked that one. 7 years of famine. In the land, wilt thou flee 3 months before the enemy? That's the sword. That's the sword. 3 months, or 3 days of pestilence. These are 3 of the 4 sword judgments of the Creator. Of the 4 judgments of the Creator. And if you don't believe me, go to Ezekiel chapter 14, verse 12 through 23. And you'll have an understanding compared to what people believe. Put it like that. And I just shared with you between the evil and the good, both of them are the Creator. Is the Almighty, is Yah. Both of them are Yah. The evil and the good. I just shared with you in 1 Chronicles 21, when it says, and Satan moved David to a number of people. And right here in the last chapter of 2 Samuel, which is 24, that the Creator moved against David and told him to number, because he was angered against Israel. So that's the reason why that we're going through this right now. But let's keep it moving. 13 again. So Gad came to David and told him and said unto him, shall 7 years of famine come unto thee in thy land, or wilt thou flee 3 months before thine enemies while they pursue thee, or that there be 3 days pestilence in thy land. Now advise and see what answer shall I return him that sent me. Well, should return him that sent me, which is the Creator. 14. And David said unto Gad, right here. And David said unto Gad, I am in great strait. Let us fall now into the hands of Yah, which was the best thing he could have said. For his mercies are great, and let me not fall into the hands of man. You see that? Because we know how man is. Man will do all they can to, your own people will turn against you. Your own family members will turn against you. And y'all know what I'm talking about. So, this was the best thing he could have said. Let us fall now into the hands of Yah, for his mercies are great. And let me not fall into the hands of man. There we go. I don't know where my other mark is. Probably was not laying around anywhere, but I don't see it. I guess it'll show up in a little bit. Oh, where is that? Well, it'll show up. This right here is really dull. This, and David said, this verse 14. Verse 15. And Yah sent a pestilence upon Israel from the morning. Here we go, verse 15. So Yah sent a pestilence. See, 3 days. That was quicker too. And the creditor moved it to do it. So creditor, whatever one David would have meant, he would have said. But you know, the creditor know who he wanted to get when he wanted to get them. For the ones that who is did evil in his sight, knowing that they were supposed to keep the law. So the pestilence went through the land. So Yah sent a pestilence upon Israel from the morning even. Now check this out. Understand this. I'll be trying to get y'all to understand the time. It said from the morning even to the time appointed. From the morning even. Say, now, if this was given to David in the rising, I'm trying to see what happened. When was this said? And David smote him, and David said unto the, okay, and his sin great. Yeah, okay. Servant, for why was thou? Okay, Gad, go say unto David, that I may be. And Gad came to David and told him, he didn't give a certain time when he said it, but it said, so Yah sent a pestilence upon you from the morning even. I'm trying to get everybody to understand what the morning even is. It's late morning to the morning even. See, you have 2 parts to the day, but you have 4 parts of the day. You have 2 parts to a day. You have morning, the rising of the sun, and you have evening, the going down of the sun. Now, you have early morning, which is from 6 to 9. Then you have late morning, which is from 9 to 12. That's still morning. That's morning even. That's late morning. Now you have the beginning of the even, which is from 12 to 3, which is early evening, which is afternoon. This is afternoon. Late evening is from 3 to dusk. That's late evening. That's from 3 to dusk. So that's 4 parts of the day. It's 2 parts of a day, but it's 4 parts of a day. It's 2 parts to a day, morning and evening, but it's 4 parts of a day. You have first quarter, second quarter of the day, third quarter, fourth quarter of a day. See what I'm saying? If you cut it up like a pie, you have 4 quarters to a day, which is the light period, with understanding. So if you notice right here, this is how you study to show thyself approved. So right here, so Yah sent a pestilence upon Israel from the morning even. Let me make sure I put this in. I put my little clues in the green. Little clues. The morning even. To the time appointed. Which would be 3 days. To the time appointed. And there died of the people of Dan, the people of Dan, even to Beersheba, 70,000 men. And when verse 16, and when the angel stretched out his hand upon Jerusalem to destroy it, Yah repented. See, now when he started the pestilence started coming to Jerusalem, that's his sacred place. He loved Judah. Can y'all see that? Can y'all see? And when the angel stretched forth his hand upon Jerusalem, death angel that is, Yah repented him of the evil. So that goes to show when the creator get upset, he get angry. He could have said, okay, I just wanted this pestilence to be at a certain place. Could have told the death angel, I only want you to go from here to here and here to here. He could have directed him. But who knows? I don't know how the creator do things. But all I'm saying is, what we're looking at here is what we see. And when the angel stretched out his hand upon Jerusalem to destroy it, Yah repented him of the evil and said to the angel that destroyed the people, it is enough. Stay now thine hand. See, the creator, it's enough. Stay your hand. It repented him like, okay, well, repented means to stop or to change. That's all repent means. I keep trying to get people to understand. I told this brother this one time. Repent means you did sin. No, it don't. Repent means that you just change your mind. You changing from what it is that you was doing. Repent means to sin. I said, no, that don't mean to sin. It means that you change your mind on something, or you slow it down, because he still did what he did. He didn't change what he did. He just stopped it when it came to Jerusalem. He still did what he said he was going to do. So the creator never repented on anything he did. He said he repented when it came to them. So he just said, well, okay, I'm just going to slow it down when it comes to stay your hand is good. He could have just let it keep going. And it probably kept going. It probably kept going. But it slowed down when it got to Jerusalem. This is where understanding, though. I've been trying to get people to understand some things. 16 again, and when the angel stretched out his hand upon Jerusalem to destroy it, Yah repented him of the evil and said to the angel that destroyed the people, it is enough. Stay now thine hand. And the angel of Yah was by the threshing place of Arnyah. Say Rayuna. Arayuna, I guess, the Jebusite. And David spake unto Yah when he saw the angel that smote the people. All right. So David could see spiritually. And David spake unto Yah when he saw the angel that smote the people, and said, lo, I have sinned, and I have done wickedly. But these sheep, what have they done? That might have been why the creator stayed his hand. Let thine hand, I pray thee, be against me and against my father's house. And there you go. See, the creator ain't going to go against his word. And if David said that, the father had already gave David his word that who David was going to be to him and what he has done with David. So you got to understand what's being said at this time. So David said, these people haven't done anything wrong. Because I guess he's there with them. That'd be against me and against my father's house. So David trying to protect the innocent. Right? They haven't done anything wrong. Let it be against me, because whatever he did, he knew what he did wrong. Like we knew what happened with Absalom. He knew he was wrong about that. So whatever he may have done wrong, it's snowing. So whatever David may have done wrong, he's taking upon. And this is something that we all need to adhere. We need to recognize. Be responsible for your own fault. If you did something wrong, take responsibility for it. This is what the executive office is about. This is what we're supposed to. If you have done something wrong, take accountability for what it is you've done. If you did it, I did it. No, I didn't know, or I did know, or I just didn't understand, or whatever. But if you did it and knowing it, well, I knew it and I did it. I accept all responsibility or responsibility. See, and that's what. See, the Creator does it with everything, no matter what, evil or good. The Creator, he takes responsibility for it all because he knows everything that's happening. The Creator can stop stuff or allow stuff to happen. Now, man can do something out of pocket like he did, like David did when he took Uriah's wife, but he got punished for it. But yet still, on this point, whatever happened, David took responsibility for it. He moved against Israel because he told him the number of Israel, even though the Creator put in his mind to do it, because it said the Creator moved David to do it. So even though the Creator moved David to do it, David took responsibility for it. Pay attention. Again, let thy hand, I pray thee, be against me and against my father's house. Verse 18. And Gad came in that day to David and said unto him, go up, rear an altar unto Yah in the threshing floor of Araunah the Jebusite. So that was a person. If it was either a person or it was a place. Whereas Jebusites. 19. And David, according to the saying of Gad, went up as Yah commanded. And Araunah looked, it must have been a brother. Araunah looked and saw the king and his servants coming on towards him. And Araunah went out and bowed himself. And bowed himself before the king on his face upon the ground. And Araunah, I'm saying it like that. I don't know if that's saying it correctly or not. But and Araunah said, wherefore is my lord the king come to his servant? And David said, to buy the threshing floor of thee, to build an altar unto Yah, that the plague may be stayed from the people. The plague may be stayed from the people. But if you notice, he said he's gonna buy a threshing floor, to buy the threshing floor of thee. To build an altar unto Yah. Okay, verse 22. And Araunah said unto David, let my lord the king take and offer up what seemeth good unto him. Behold, here be oxen for burnt sacrifice, and threshing instruments and other instruments of the oxen for wood. All these things did Araunah as the king, as a king give unto the king. And Araunah said unto the king, as a king, I guess he was like a king under that place, give unto the king. I like that. As a king, give unto a king. So he was like a king of that place, right? He was the man of, he was over that area. And Araunah said unto the king, Yah thy father accept thee. Yah thy father accept thee. And the king said unto Araunah, Nay, but I will surely buy it of thee at a price. He wanted to give it to him. But see how it is when we purchase stuff? It seems like we have to purchase stuff from someone. Nay, but I will surely buy it of thee at a price. Neither will I offer burnt offerings unto Yah my father of that which doeth cost me nothing. See that? It's something about that. Purchasing. It's something about that. Neither will I offer burnt offerings unto Yah my father of that which doeth cost me nothing. So David bought the threshing floor and the oxen for 50 shekels of silver. And David built there an altar unto Yah and offered burnt offerings and peace offerings. Now 50 shekels of silver, I don't know if that's a lot or a little. I don't know if that's a lot or a little. But I felt real good last night, just to share with y'all. As I was talking to some people, going when I was making my sales, right? And I'm talking to some brothers. And I ended up talking to a sister as well. Talking to some brothers yesterday, and one brother said, man, even thug niggas know you. I'm sorry. That's where it came. I'm sorry it came out like that. But even thug brothers know you, bro. I said, for real? He said, yeah, man, the brand with the T, and and he said, bro, you're selling things. He said, you're selling health. You're giving help. You're trying to help the people in the neighborhood with help with my alkaline water and teas, right? He said, man, you giving help. Man, it made me feel so good. I almost brought a tear to my eye, right? He said, man, you giving help to people. Even the thugs out here, they recognize you, bro. And he also said, oh man, it was something else right there I wanted to say, slipped my mind. He said, you giving help to the people. Oh, he said, man, and your prices, you ain't trying to gouge prices and make people buy a high price. You make it affordable. He said, you not cheap, but it's your prices is affordable for the people. And you trying to, I said, brother, and I feel it right now. Just to share with you, I really feel it. I feel the love right now just talking about it. But it made me feel good that people recognize that, because that's what I'm about. Trying to help people, build with people, and just trying to do what I can for people on the way. Like I sell my stuff, but I sell it at a price that's affordable. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to say, oh man, you can make people pay this and that. I ain't trying to do. I'm trying to help people. I'm trying to put things out there so people can have, so they can get it. You know what I'm saying? And then when they get the, like I say, well, I got a 16 ounce, one for $5, but you can get 3 for 10. When you buy 2, you get 1 free. That's a bargain for them, man. Oh yeah, man. If I can get 3 instead of 1 for 5, I can get 3 for 10. Yeah, that's a better bargain. And they tell the difference. And then the second thing I wanted to say is this. At my last stop last night, what I usually go at that they be playing like poker or whatever, in this back room where I be going. So I come there, hey, how y'all doing? Whatever, speak, whatever. And the last time I was there, most everybody bought some teas from me, right? So I noticed, they drink a lot. They be drinking back there too. They be doing a lot of drinking and they're having a good time playing music, drinking and playing poker, whatever they playing, what have you. So as I was leaving, I said, hold on, sister, before she locked the door back. I said, hold on, I'm going to give you something. I went out and I gave her a free bottle of a gallon of water. I said, now, if anybody is too drunk or too high drunk, what have you, tell them to drink about 2 16, but at least 2 8 ounces or 2 16 cups of this before they leave. It to bring they and do you know when I came back last night? She said, one guy said, man, that water was good, but I was towed up. And that water, man, brought me back to life. And the sister said, the water brought me back. She said, would have had to call an Uber. But when I drank 2 cups of that, it brought me down. It brought my high down. And I said, I know that from experience because other brothers had told me the same thing. So I know what my water do on how I do it, on how I enhance the energy in it. And one other sister said, man, your water gave me energy, just thinking about it. So it made me feel so good to know that other people recognize the love that I put out there. That's all I can say. That's the best way I can say. I try to put love out there for people to understand what I'm doing. No different than I'm trying to share information and knowledge, but what I do when it comes to me putting out my alkaline water, my alkaline teas, and my product, and sharing knowledge with people as well. So it made me feel so good behind that. Thank you, baby. See, my baby sent a heart up for me on but it feels so good, and sometimes it almost make me like I feel right now, tear up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But it's real love. It's real love. So you was about to say something, Cass, before I was going to read the last verse in 2 Samuel 24. Was you about to say something, Cass?
Was about to lost my thoughts.
I'm sorry, but I had to share that. But it'll come back. I know you, bro. It's gonna come back.
Got it.
What is it? You going in and out. Say again.
Shekels, I think it's probably about either 11.58 or was it 50? Yeah, $11.58.
$11.
50 shekels. I think that.
Oh, that's what 50 shekels is?
Yeah.
50 shekels of silver is how much?
I was looking it up last night. $11. $58.
$11.58.
Something like that, yeah.
Was you sure it's 11.58 or 1,158?
I'm gonna double check again, but last night I was reading through it and I said, well, that seems a lot. But then for those days, I don't know.
Yeah, that would be a lot, especially in that day. You never know. But if that's $11.58 or maybe 1,158. But who knows? Who knows? But okay. While you getting that, I'm going ahead and read this 25th verse.
Oh, it's $15.88.
15.88?
Yeah.
50 shekels of silver.
Yeah.
It's $15.88.
Yeah.
50 shekels. One more time. Say it again.
Right. So, yeah, it says
You going in and out, bro. You going in and out. Say it again.
$15.88.
Dang.
50 shekels. I was looking at it last night and somehow it just didn't seem right. I thought maybe more.
15.88. Well, don't sound like much to us anyway, but back then it could have been a lot or could have been just still a few cents,
It's gone down again. 15.87.
Wait, what you looking at? You looking at today's prices, ain't you?
Yeah, it keeps you up to date with.
Boy, you looking at today's prices, man. You should have looked at it on how much it cost back in biblical days. Today's price, that could be.
No. So what I'm saying is, I said, what is $50? 50 shekels. What is the equivalent to today? And that's what he came up with.
Oh, that's today. I'm up here thinking like back then. How much that probably would have been in how much that would have been in BC era. I'm up here thinking you said about today's time. So today's time, that could be because it goes up and down. That's today.
Just went up.
Huh?
Just went down. just went down.
But that's what I'm saying. So that's not including to that time. Then that time that could have been a whole lot more, or a whole lot less. I'm thinking a whole lot more. I'm thinking, but I don't know. But at that time, this is, I'm up here, I wrote that down. But I think that if that's pertaining to today's time, I don't think that's equivalent to back then. I don't think anyway.
Well, it would do. It would be that. Because, it's like when they find some old money.
Right.
And it says that would be equivalent to today's, like, say, $1,000 or something like that.
Right.
So
I don't know. I don't know that right there. Just by saying today's time, because today the silver is going up and down, gold is going up and down. I don't know. Well, that's what we have for today, but I don't believe that's what it was back then. I don't believe anyway. Until we find out the truth back then. Right now, we just can go by what, like you just said, of today's time. But the last verse says, "And David built there an altar unto Yah, and offered burnt offerings and peace offerings. So Yah was entreated for the land, and the plague was stayed from Israel." So he stopped it at that time. But it was supposed to be for 3 days. But whatever it did, however long it took before they got to Jerusalem, is when he stopped it. So it might have been stopped the 3rd day. I don't think it stopped the 2nd day. But whenever it was, it started in where it says it started in 16. No. So Yah sent a pestilence. That's in verse 15. So Yah sent a pestilence upon Israel from the morning even. So that was like about 9 o'clock. Like about 9 o'clock, or anywhere between 9 and 12. Anywhere between 9 and 12 is the morning even. And I'm glad I came across that to understand it for what it is. And that's something that a lot of people say, how you going to have morning and evening? You got to have understanding with the scriptures and when we're reading. So what we're going to do is, this is the end of part 1. And we about an hour and a half in this, an hour and 22 minutes. This is the end of part 1. And I'd like to thank my brother Cass and my baby Miss Joe. Miss Joe for being here at the moment. Sorry for cutting y'all like that. But what we're going to do, let me go ahead and read and see who all came in. First, let me see who over here on Instagram came in for a moment. Melissa Martin was just watching. How you doing, Melissa Martin? Kyle Jones, which is a cousin of mine, he came in for a moment. And Alil Israel. Now, this is Facebook. I'm sorry. This is not Instagram. This is Facebook. I'd like to thank y'all for coming for part 1. We'll be back with part 2. And in part 2, we're going to do the other that was given according to 1 Chronicles chapter 21. We just did chapter 24 of 2 Samuel chapter 24, when it says, again, the anger of Yah was kindled against Israel. Now we're going to go in the 1 Chronicles 21 when it says Satan had created to do it. But both of them is of the Creator. And this is what I try to get people to understand. The Creator is all things. And I shared in the beginning of this, I'm going to read it again in part 2. Isaiah 45:7. I create evil and make peace. I create good. I make good and create evil. I do all these things. By him doing these things, the Creator is good and he's evil. He says, I'm a great and merciful God, and I'm also a terrible God. So both of them is the Creator in general. And when people say Satan this, Satan that, the only Satan is you. You have Satan within you. No different than the Creator have both. You have both within you. But which one is more prevalent in you? Because people are quick to give Satan majority of the praises. That's what they do. Satan this, Satan that, Satan, 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 Satan. And the only Satan is you and the system. This system we're in right now. This system is saying because it has taught you against the Creator. According to the second commandment, as I would say again. It says, I'm a jealous God, visiting the iniquity, which is the sin, and ignorance. Iniquity upon the fathers, which is the parents, upon the children, unto the third, which is the Greek, and the fourth, which is the Roman generation of them that hate me. This is the Greeks and Romans that hate the Creator. That's why he said, I have loved Jacob and I've hated Esau. Why he hate Esau? Because Esau hated him. Esau is one who changed all the days, even in Daniel chapter 7:25. They shall think to change laws and times. They shall think to change the beginning of the year from spring to the middle of winter. They shall think to do that. But that ain't true. No matter how much y'all do it, that still ain't facts. The fact is the beginning of the year is in the spring. The middle of winter is this goddess that they name. I've been telling people all day yesterday too when I was going through certain. I say, when they say Happy New Year, I say Happy 2026. The new year don't start till the spring. I say there's a two-headed deity called Janus. Look up January and see where it come from. You'll see a two-headed god, one looking to the past and one looking to the present. Past, present, how you want to look at it. It's a two-headed god stuck just like that. One look like, and they call it Janus, Janet, or whatever. This is what you get January from. And the Greeks is the one who changed the beginning of the year from the Greeks or the Romans, either or, because both of them Esau, the third and fourth generation. They changed the beginning of the year from the spring to the middle of winter. And they did their own philosophy on the world that we have today. So once we start doing more research, we can start finding out more truth. And the more truth we find out, the more we come to know the real knowledge of the Creator. So, let me go here. I'm just setting. Yes, sir.
David, when he refused to pay that, when he paid that 50 shekels.
I'm listening.
Yeah. So, he said he couldn't give that to Jehovah, to the God, or to Yahweh, because it's something that he got for nothing or for free. So he rather pay for it.
Right.
So you couldn't somebody gave you something and you're going to give it away. It's like you really got it for nothing, so he rather pay for it.
Oh, wait a minute. Where you get that? Wait a minute, hold on. Let me get there. Let me go. You looking at your notes?
Well, yeah, but like I said, I was reading it last night.
Okay, I'm listening.
Yeah, it's like, say for instance, and somebody give you something for Christmas and or whatever, and you don't really like it, or even if you do like it, you can have that, but it didn't come out of your pocket, so it's like it's meaningless. You understand?
Right. I got you.
Yeah, so he'd rather pay for it than give it to
the Creator.
To the Father, yeah. So that's what, and the actual word aruna means joy, because that man gave the plot to build the altar for free.
Right.
He gave it.
With the joyfulness of heart, he gave it to him for the Creator to do it for him, right?
Right. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah. Where'd you get that from, bro?
It is, I've been looking it up on the internet, basically.
Okay. I'm glad you said that, because what I'm going to do is,
the Hebrew name, Aruna, also, Aranan, has several proposed meanings.
Give it to us, bro.
Often links to concept of joy, shouting, strength, or being noble. So it's derived from the Hebrew roots, or potentially a borrowed title meaning the Lord. But it primarily refers to the Jebusites man who generously sold his threshing floor to King David as for the site of the future temple in Jerusalem.
There you go. So that's where okay. Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry. So that's where the temple was built at in the future.
Right.
Dang, that's good.
So it says, I shall shout for joy, or joyful shout of Jah. Quite interesting.
And you know what? I was wondering because David, if you notice, well, I'm glad you shared that, bro. Because when David shared over here, when he said,
Mount Moriah.
David said in verse 14, and David said unto Gad, I am in great strait. Let us fall now into the women. That's not what it is, but what he said is, let us fall now into the hands of Yah, for his mercies are great, and let me not fall into the hand of man. So
Right.
when it says, right here, verse 17, this is what I was going to get to. And David spake unto Yah, and when he saw the angel that smote the people, and said, Lo, I have sinned and have done wickedly. But let these sheep, what have they done? But these sheep, what have they done? And this is when they was getting ready, the 16. There we go. Let me take it 14 on down to that point, from 14. David said, and David said unto Gad, I am in a great strait, right? I'm in great strait. Let us fall now into the hand of Yah, for his mercies are great, and let me not fall into the hand of man, right? So Yah, verse 15, so Yah sent a pestilence upon Israel from the morning evening. Like I said, morning evening starts from 9 p.m. until 12. That's the second quarter of the day, from morning evening to the time appointed. And there died of the people from Dan even to Beersheba 70,000 men. 16. And when the angel stretched out his hand upon Jerusalem to destroy it, Yah repented him of the evil and said to the angel that destroyed the people, it is enough. Stay now thy hand, and the angel of Yah was by the threshing place of Araunah, the threshing place. See that? The threshing place of Araunah, the Jebusite. The threshing place, which you just got to speaking on. Now, verse 17. And David spake unto Yah when he saw the angel that smote the people, and said, Lo, I have sinned. See, now this is when he mainly saying what he did upon himself. And I have done wickedly. But these sheep what have they done? Let thy hand, I pray thee, be against me and against my father's house. So whoever was standing in that place, they must have been righteous, and he knew it. David knew it. Verse 18. And Gad came that day to David and said unto him, Go up, rear an altar unto Yah in the threshing floor of Araunah, the Jebusite. And David, according to the saying of Yah, went up as Yah commanded. And Araunah looked, and that's when he came down and bowed. But David saved him before he even knew about it. Right here. Okay. I want to start right here at 17. The angel was about to go through, but the creator said, and I believe the reason why he stopped is because the creator, because when David said, well, let it be on us, on me and my father's house, David protected them. So that's when the creator said, when we understand it, people just reading down, they read straight into it. But if you read with understanding, you'll see that when the creator said he's going to do, he allowed it to happen until David put it on him and his house. When David said, well, let it be on us and me and my father's house, then right there, the creator said, stay thy hand. Because David repented.
Sometimes.
Huh?
I said that's a good thing sometimes. You know, like for instance, I remember an incident with myself when I was in the mill. Something happened one night. I was the only one that knew what it was. But they lined us up and said, right, nobody's going home this weekend unless somebody speak up.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I really couldn't speak up. But the benefit was going to come in the end anyway for everybody.
There you go.
So everyone actually had to stay at camp. They couldn't come out. So they all were punished because I didn't say anything. You understand?
Uh-huh.
But I knew that in the end, they would get better results. But with this particular incident here now, if he didn't put a stop to it and say, look, it's my fault kind of thing,
Right.
then everybody would be punished. Yeah.
Exactly. Now you understand what I'm saying? See, some people read straight down and seen that the creator stopped it before David said something. But if you really understand what's being said, David said this first, and then the creator said, well, this is enough. A lot of people probably think that that the creator did it before David said it. But once you understand, this is what I mean, when you read and study the scripture, you can get a better understanding. I'm glad you gave that analogy, Cass, so other people can get a better understanding of certain things as well. By fact, like I said earlier, I share by facts and the things I've been through.
Yeah, this is what happened. You see, I had a section of 34 men,
Mm-hmm.
and most of them looks like us.
Right.
So he was giving them, especially this particular one, he was really digging into this guy. Every day you're on this parade square, he humiliates him. So I decided to take action. You couldn't really take the action I would like to take there and then.
Right.
So I lay him up one night and kick his behind.
Oh, really?
But he didn't know it was me. So, but he had a feeling it's somebody from that group. When he came back the next morning, he says, "What are you bastards jumped me last night?" He says, "Nobody's going home this weekend unless you speak up." Nobody couldn't tell because nobody knew because I didn't tell any of them.
Right.
But guess what? He was a totally changed man. He never did it again. You understand?
Because if somebody would have spoke up, he'd have been against that person. But if nobody spoke up, he don't know who did what and when it could happen again, right?
Well, yes, but nobody knew because I didn't tell them.
Right.
You see? Yeah. So it just didn't happen again. Totally different person. So sometimes you have to take certain actions, you know?
Mm-hmm. Let me read this real quick in my footnotes. A lot of time I don't like going with these footnotes because a lot of times these footnotes throw you off with the New Testament. They put stuff in there that really don't go with the story because we got to remember it is the enemy is the one who gave us. It's giving us their point of view according to the story. I'm saying the enemy, meaning those who don't really know the creator in the first place. That's what I mean. So I'm gonna read in a footnote. I got 24:24. It says the apparent discrepancy between the 50 shekels paid to Arua mentioned here and the 600 recorded by the author of Chronicles 1. Chapter 21, which we're about to read in part 2, chapter 21, 25, probably has to do with the difference in the amount of land purchase as indicated in the two accounts. Samuel speaks of the threshing floor, talking about the book of Samuel, speaks of the threshing floor as a site for the housing of the ark. Chronicles mention the whole territory, including the threshing floor. Hence, the price is much larger. The bigger area will be the location of Solomon's temple. There you go. You just mentioned that.
Future.
Yeah.
Future.
Yeah. It said the bigger area would be the location of Solomon's temple. 1 Kings 6, 1, 2, 2 Chronicles 3, 1 through 4. Since the account in Chronicles is introductory to David's preparation for the building of the temple, it serves the purpose of the author of Chronicles to mention the purchase of the whole state. The account in Samuel, however, is more limited in scope, being concerned with the offerings necessary to stay the plague. Okay, I understand what it's saying. What it sounds like it's saying is that when we read First Chronicles in a few minutes, it's probably going to state something different than what we've just read. But right now, just giving you an understanding of this is just talking about where they did the sacrifices that compared to whatever's going to be said in First Chronicles 21. It may be talking about the bigger picture for the whole place for the temple.
Listen to this bit.
Huh?
Listen to this bit. It says the spiritual significance. It says God's sovereignty. The chapter shows how God can use even human sin or Satan's scheme to accomplish his ultimate purpose.
That's true.
Interesting, isn't it?
That's true. But that's what I mean by everything is other. See, a lot of people don't understand, and I say it all the time. I say this all the time. When you read Genesis 1:1, just 1:1, it tells that the Creator seen everything from beginning to end. Just that first verse. Genesis 1, and God created the heavens and the earth. He saw right there, he saw everything in his mind. His imagination, he saw everything from beginning to end. And this is when the spirit of everything started in verse 2. Verse 2, the earth was void and without form, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. The darkness was on the face of the people, which was the earth. We were the earth, and we the water. We're the water. And it said the spirit moved upon the face of the waters, which is the people. And then he said, verse 3, let there be light. Light was the law. See, right now, we're in darkness, and the Father's seen all this. When I say darkness, I don't mean darkness as in the sky. I mean darkness as in Isaiah chapter 60, verse 1, 2, and 3. He said, arise, shine, us as a people, arise, shine, which is they called us shine, Piccadilly, and all that kind of stuff in this day and time. Arise, shine, for thy light has come, and the spirit of Yah, or the glory of Yah, should be seen upon thee. Verse 2. For darkness shall cover the earth, not darkness like this, but darkness. Darkness shall cover the earth, which is really the system, and gross darkness the people. That's the darkness in the mind. Gross darkness the people. This is what we're looking at. So when Genesis 1:1, he's seen everything from one to the other. When Genesis 1:2, when he said the earth was void and without form and darkness was upon the face of the deep, that's talking about the people and everybody else. Genesis, Isaiah 60:2. Then it says, let there be light, because it said the spirit moved upon the waters. The spirit is the spirit of the Creator that's moving upon the people in this day and time when we are awakening. And that part, it's so much that goes together. People, when you understand the book, you can see the difference in the points that go with what I'm sharing. So then when it says verse 3, then it said, let there be light. A lot of people think that was natural light, some other kind of light, but the light is the law. The law was here in the beginning. Let there be light. And Yah separated the light from the darkness. He separated the light, which is law, from wickedness. He separated the two. The light is, excuse me, the light is the law. So now we're learning the law to move by the law compared to wickedness, which is what? Religion, Christianity. I'm going to say it. Jesus and anybody else that breaks the first commandment, thou shalt have no other gods before me. Jesus, Emmanuel, Yeshua, Prophet Muhammad, all them, all religions, all that is of darkness, because the Creator never gave religion. He only gave his law. This is what I've been trying to share with people for the longest. So by people not knowing this, they've been going with the ways of the Roman Empire, as it says in Revelation 13. And the world, I think Revelation 13:4, I believe it is, it says, and the world followed the beast and worshiped the beast and said, who is like unto the beast, which is Rome. A lot of people don't know that. The fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon the earth. Daniel 7:23. When you read, study, you can see it all. But a lot of people choose to follow the Roman Empire. So it's a lot that was said here today and what we were sharing. And I'm glad you shared that about the Creator used Satan stuff to bring his will. Yes, he do. His switch is the sword. Guess who is the sword? The sword is your Revelation chapter 6, verse 7 and 8, which is the pale horse. Guess who the pale horse is? Esau. which is who? The Greek and the Roman Empire. Even though they hate the Creator, he used them for his purpose. So now the people either in this day, they're either going to turn towards the Creator or they're going to stay with the system. That's where we come in with getting people in their executive office, getting people in their executive office so they can become separate from this system. This is what we trying to, and I'm telling y'all, the Creator has allowed me to come to understand a lot. Understand a lot. But I can only share it, and it's up to you to accept it or reject it. That's all I can say. And I see it all. I ain't gonna say I see everything, but what I know, I stand on. You know. But just to finish up with this, say again, bro.
No, I said it speaks in what you would say metaphors.
There you go.
Similes and that kind of stuff, but people just read it just like an ordinary book.
There you go. But this book is live, whether they know it or not. It's live. And when it says here, I wanted to finish up when it says since the account in Chronicles introductory to David's preparation for the building of the temple, it served the purpose of the author of the author of Chronicles to mention the purchase of the whole site. The account in Samuel, however, is more limited to the scope being concerned with the offerings necessary to stay the plague. Then the last part was Abraham went to the land of Moriah, Moriah, when he offered his son Isaac, Genesis 22:2. The author of Chronicles, 2 Chronicles 3:1, associated Mount Moriah with the threshing floor of Ornan, First Chronicle 21 and 18. So that's just something I wanted to read in these footnotes. I'm glad they didn't go to the New Testament in this point, but over here in the footnotes over here, they talking about Acts and other points over here, and I'm like, that's not even a part of what's being said over here in the scriptures. So now, again, I want to say greetings and everybody over here in Facebook. We had Kyle Jones, which is one of my cousins. Melissa Mortine was watching. Aliyahu Israel is watching. Bring them on. Tara Hill Judah is watching. Thank y'all for coming. I appreciate you for part one. We're going to start part two in a few moments. Over here on YouTube Live, we have some people said something. Let me go ahead and pull these up real quick. Woo, had a few things said over here. Man, this is the most I had anybody saying here in a minute. Jonathan Endicott said hi. DJ Green 18 said hi. DJ Green 18. Hey, I would like him to subscribe. Noah Bridges, H2Z. I sub to you. Thank you. I appreciate you for subscribing. Jonathan Endicott. Waved hand. DJ Green, smile. Noah Briggs. You're welcome. Thank you. Endicott, I did. Noah Bridges said hi. DJ Green, you are the best YouTube. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I really thank you for that. Thank you. I really appreciate that. DJ Green 18. Well, I'm gonna bring it till my eye on that, boy. Y'all already know. Oh man. Noah Briggs. For real, he's in the best YouTube. I thank you. You're welcome, Endicott. I got eyes and it say, and I like to Noah Briggs say I like to something D. Wow, this is interesting. DJ Griggs 18. I'm glad it's interesting to you. Endicott, I know. Okay, this is good. This is a good story. I'm glad you see it. I hope you with us with part two. All right. I hope you with us with part two. We're going to break down the other part compared to what we just did with part one. Yes, it is. You are very. Oh, thank you, DJ Green. DJ Green, very smart. Thank you. I like your hat. I think that's my key, Pa. Like you subscribe. Okay. Say hi. Say hi. Good job. Praying. Thank you. So you are the best. I hope you get 1 million. I hope to get 1 million subscribers as well. Help me out if you don't mind. And thank you. Hi. Say hi. This is so cool. This is a very good story and good job for praying. Thank you. Best. I believe in you. Thank you. Thank you. I hope your people come by. Yep, I do too. Back. Okay, I got it. Robert Craig. Okay, I ain't seen him in a minute. Y'all can keep that snow. Yeah, it didn't stop snowing now, but yeah, I know what you mean, Rob. I know you out there in South Carolina, I believe. I ain't heard from you in a while, bro. Noah Briggs, say, I'm back. Glad you can come back. Said sub. Okay. Hobby. Okay. Noah Briggs. Great. You have a great day. You have to go. Noah Briggs, I appreciate you. And everybody that came on, I thank you. Thank y'all. This was pretty good. Everybody liked the comment of the story. So we're gonna go into part 2 in a few moments. We're still in 2 Samuel because this is where we are. But the whole thing is about numbering the people. So we're in 2 Samuel 24. This is the last of 2 Samuel. Next week we'll be starting in 1 Kings. We're starting in the book of 1 Kings next week. But what we get ready to do now, we getting ready to go into. We're going to end here, and we're going to go into First Chronicles and give the other half of what we just read. Okay, hold on, let me see. Let me just set it up real quick. Other than that, I can just say bye and find it while I'm out. Well, other than that, I'd like to thank everybody for coming by, and just wanted to share with you that I am that Mikael in Daniel chapter 12, verses 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's me. Showing the holy people who they're really supposed to be, waking them out of their dead beds, which is really in their heads. For all of you who's living in the new, this is for you. Excuse me. I'm the same Mikael in Revelations 12, battling that red dragon where Satan dwells, who deceiveth the whole world but prevaileth not, because the horn is blown without a doubt. This was prophesied for you to see that Mikael is really me. And there's a lot of things that's going on today that's being revealed, and we're building to a better world. I thank y'all for your time, your patience, your listening ear, your seeing eye, and we're going to pause Zoom. We're going to pause Zoom, and we'll be right back Zoom with part 2. You're the full version. Peace.
Recording stopped.
All right, and for everybody else that's here on YouTube Live, Facebook, and Instagram. We have introduction to sovereign classes, private Zoom meetings on Tuesdays. And this is the only one that you can get in on the Zoom. We don't have this public. It's only private. So it's on Tuesdays at 7:30 a.m. for those who work late and 9 o'clock p.m. who work early. So we have this in order to separate you from the satanic system and to bring you out of the system as the Creator has spoken of. So this is our way of helping the people to build and to grow. And in order to do that, you have to text me your name, number, and email. And as you text me your name, number, and email, put in there, I'd like to know more about the sovereign classes. And then once you do that, I would take your email and put it in my calendar, and it's going to come to your email, and you have to accept my dates, because I'm giving you the dates for the night after Sunday. I like saying it like that. I don't like saying Sunday night, but the night after Sunday, the night after Monday, for Tuesdays, AM and PM, and also for the Sabbath, which is where we are at this point in time. I'll send you the links to those, and you will be able to connect with us on Zoom if you like, and you'll also be in the information for the Sovereign Class of Knowledge, private Zoom meetings only on Tuesdays. So if you text me your name, number, and email at 770-572-5315. Again, that's text me 770-572-5315. And then from that point, I'll do what I just shared with you A few moments ago, I put your information in, and just let me know that if you want to know more about the information about the alkaline water, which I also post up as well on my Facebook and information as well. But also, you want to know more about the sovereign classes or sovereign classes of knowledge, and I'll send that to you and put you in the information. Other than that, you can always email me at lkhyym. That's lkhyym at gmail.com. That's lkhyym at gmail.com. Now, if you'd like to know my public platforms, or my public platforms, there's you can contact me or subscribe to me on YouTube and on also Twitter. My Twitter, which is X, formerly known as Twitter, and also my YouTube. My YouTube and my Twitter, X, formerly known as Twitter, is JuicePro33, which is spelled JuicePro33. Again, that's JuicePro33. Okay. Now my Facebook is Mikael Harris. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and share on the YouTubes as well. Cause I got another YouTube coming up as well. But that's I just started that one, but the one I'm on now is my recent that's starting to grow back because they terminated my last one. But other than that, you can connect with me on Facebook. My Facebook is Mikael Harris, which is spelled MI''CHAEL space HARRIS. That's MI''CHAEL space HARRIS. All right. Also, now if you'd like to connect with me on my Instagram, on my Instagram and also on my one of my TikToks. My Instagram and one of my TikToks is both of them are L'chaim_ the juice, which is spelled LKHYYM_THEJUICE. Again, they're both LKHYYM_THEJUICE. That's my Instagram and one of my TikToks. My other TikTok and my other YouTube is under, or you can put in the search engine and like, subscribe, and share under Michael the Juice Harris. And that one, and those, my other TikTok and my other YouTube is spelled MICHAELTHEJUICEHARRIS all together. Again, that's MICHAELTHEJUICEHARRIS, and it's all together for the other TikTok and the other YouTube. Now, for the full version is on my Rumble and Patreon.com/LKHYYM. That's Rumble and Patreon.com/LKHYYM. I have all the information in the posts, and you'll be able to see my information for my YouTube, my Zooms, and you have my Zoom link to end up getting into them as well. But in order to get in my Zoom link, I have to know you because we've been getting disruptions from certain people. So I'm not allowing, if I don't actually know you, I'm not actually allowing you to come in unless you are a part of my groups already. So other than that, I thank y'all for your time, your patience, your listening ear, your seeing eye. This is the end of part 1 of the numbering of Israel. David numbers Israel. I think that's how I placed it. How is that? David, David numbers the people. I'm sorry, look at me. That's my heading. David numbers the people. So, because it's Israel and Judah. But David numbers the people. That's the name of today. And in part 2, we're going to go into 1 Chronicles 21. All right? Other than that, I thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. Love you. And we're going to say bye to Instagram. I thank you for your time, your patience, your listening ear, and your seeing eye. Appreciate, love you. See you soon and always. Peace. That's the Instagram. All right. And to Facebook. We'll be right back with part 2. Hopefully you'll be right back with us. I'm looking forward to seeing you. I thank you for your time. We'll be back within the next less than 5 minutes. Less than 5 to 10 minutes. We'll be right back. So if you have me on Facebook, connect with me or go into my page and we'll be right back on. Thank you for your time, your patience, your listening ear, and your seeing eye. Appreciate, love you. See you soon, and peace. All right. And for everyone over here on YouTube Live, I thank you for your time, your patience, your listening ear, and your seeing eye. Appreciate, love you. See you soon, and always. Peace. All right.